Hello, Ahong, could you say something?
Hello, Venerable. This is Vietnamese channel. 들리세요?
네, thank you. 잘 들려요.
감사합니다.
네. 베트남 채널 맞나요?
뭐?
Is this a Vietnamese channel? What I'm asking.
네, 스님.
Hello, Chinese channel, could you say something to test?
We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Hướng thính đại đức tặng thình, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhật thiết chúng sanh, tịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã môn, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đạc lạc, các chứng vô sanh. Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one. Nam mô Sa Đàn Thù Sư Chế Đô Yê A La Hư Đi San Miao San Pu Tô Xie. Nam mô Ta Đắc Tha Tô Ya Đa Ya La Ha Đế Tam Miệu Tam Mô Đà Thoa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one true and actual principles. Wu shang sheng sheng wei miao fa bai jian wan jie nan zao yu wo jin jie wen de shou shi yuan jie ru lai zhe shi yi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Huineng, Great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good new advisors of Emitofuo. 诸佛菩萨六祖是父上人，各位出家人，各位善知识，弥陀佛。Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Lục Tổ, Hòa Thượng Thiên Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện tri thức A Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the 25th, was it 26th? 26th of March 2023. We are gathered here at Gold Forest to continue discussing the 6th Patriarch Sutra. We're right now in chapter 4, slide number 40 or 3940. Thank you all for coming. Okay, let's continue. The text says, good no advisors, the way must penetrate and flow. How can it regress or stagnate? If the mind does not dwell in dharmas, the way will penetrate and flow. The mind that dwells in dharmas is in self-bondage. Okay, so that's the text itself. Let's see what he means by that. Okay, on the commentary slide number 40. First of all, he says, the way must penetrate and flow. The word here is, first of all, must. Must, don't take it lightly. Must means it's necessary, it's important, it is essential. When the patriarch, who is a wise man, a man with great wisdom, when he uses strong words like a must, it's to draw our attention to. Okay? That is essential. that is critical for us. Okay? If you want to practice the way must penetrate and flow. So the second concept is penetrate and flow. It says it is important for us, for our way to penetrate and flow. What does it mean? Penetrate. Penetrate requires some effort, yes? We must apply efforts in order to penetrate. You're not going to penetrate just because it penetrates by itself. We have to work for it. Okay? What are you penetrating? You are penetrating. You must make the effort to break through. There's some effort for you to break through and penetrate into your treasure. If it's not of great value, why would he use the word must? It's beautiful how he puts things. He says, you must get through, break through, and get back and regain access to your treasure, your true treasure. Not the worldly things that we've been conditioned to believe that are assets to us. What he says is must penetrate through to recover, to uncover our treasures, our treasury. Any problems with that? Did any of our teachers ever tell us that we must recover, uncover, and recover our treasures? We simply are told that do it like me. It's like the blind leading the blind. We somehow chose to adopt the value systems and the knowledge of the people we know, such as our parents, such as our teachers in high school, yes? Our friends. But none of those people ever told us that we must recover our treasure. Okay, we must penetrate through to the wonders of ourselves. Any problems with this? And what about flow? So we found our treasure. We found the special you, the wonderful you, and then we flow. We flow like a river. So we found our treasure. We found our treasury. We found the wonders of our existence, the wonders in you, and then we flow. Why? Yes, too.
A Di Đà Phật, sau khi tìm được cái kho tàng rồi thì nó phải lưu chảy, có nghĩa là mình không có chấp vào cái trí huệ đó mà mình phải biết áp dụng tùy theo lúc, tùy theo thời, tùy theo nơi.
Emitofuo, Master, after we are able to penetrate and flow through, it means that we are not attached to our own wisdom. We have to know how to apply that to the specific times, specific places, and in the specific circumstances.
What's wrong with attaching our wisdom? What's wrong with attaching our treasury? When you earn it, you penetrate it, and therefore it's yours. What's wrong about hanging on to it? Yes, too.
Dạ thưa, không chấp vào, bởi vì cái kho tàng đó là chung, tất cả mọi người đều như thế, không phải có cái gì là riêng của mình hết.
Precisely. You have the treasury. You uncover your treasures. Okay? And that nature, the treasure is shared amongst us. It's nothing personal, nothing that's private. That treasure, that treasury is common to everyone. Okay? So it flowed, the treasure flowed from the Buddha to us, and then so on, next person, the next, and the next, to the next. That's the nature of treasury. Any problems with this? So, if you really are able to uncover your treasure, okay, and naturally you want that treasure to flow. It must flow. So what he's telling us is that don't be selfish. Be prepared to share right now, like the boy is sharing toys, sharing a good time. When they play by themselves, the boys, I'm so happy. I like my toys. But when they share with another boy, see how happy they are. Right there. Moms, you notice how your kids at home, they play by themselves, I'm so happy. But look at how loud they are right here in the Buddha hall. How disgusting it is when they're happy. Okay? And that is so representative, symbolic of the nature of our treasury, our treasure. Our treasure is similar to the toys, their toys. Is their treasure. And when you share the treasure is more valuable. You find more joy out of it. So it's no point. There's no need to be selfish. Okay? We have a good thing, share it. It is quintessential Mahayana. Hinayana says, I got it, I made it. You are too much trouble. And that's why the Hinayana enjoyment, the Hinayana bliss is like a bubble. Okay, that's all. Tiny, tiny. In a bubble in the vast ocean. Whereas in Mahayana, when we uncover our treasure, at that point in time, the treasure must flow. It is natural for us for our treasury to flow. Okay? And this is a glimpse for us to see. Okay? That you understand that contrary to making money and getting rich, what is it? Number one, getting rich, excuse me, is what? Hang on to your stocks. Hang on to your money. Protect your money. Yes? Don't let anyone take it from you. No? No, you is rich? Seriously? Oh, how sad. And that's how you get richer, because you learn. Especially I used to work for some very, very rich people. They own cities. And I look at how they train the kids. The kids are so afraid to make mistakes. And the first rule they learn is, hang on, protect your assets, protect our assets. Don't lose it, don't make any mistake. Okay? If the investment pays off in the future, eventually it will pay off. But don't lose it. Okay? And that's worldly perspective. And that is called small treasures. The big treasures are shared. Okay? So far, so good? So this is the insight, Buddhist insight, if you will. That is, penetrate because you have to go beyond what your limited mind, your limited wisdom can see. Therefore, you need to penetrate through those barriers that you impose upon yourself. Okay? You stop yourself. So the way is the spiritual way, the practice is for you to rise above yourself, your self-imposed limits. Okay? And once you got that treasury of yours, you see that it will flow from you, just like it flowed from the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to us. And from outside, it will continue to flow and flow and flow and flow. That's Buddhist wisdom. Therefore, relax. Try your best. It's okay. Don't try so hard. Don't let your wife tell you you're a loser. I mean, we are penetrating, we're flowing. Okay, that's our excuse. Okay. How can I regress or stagnate? This is what is it. It here is the way. What way? The way of wisdom. If you have wisdom, you have true wisdom, it will never regress. 觉, 止, is stagnate. It can never regress, it can never stagnate. That's the nature of wisdom. In other words, a reminder for all of you, practitioners here as well as all over the world. If you think you have wisdom, okay, if you have true wisdom, true practice wisdom, you will not regress, you will not stagnate. If you're stagnating, you're regressing, it's because you don't have any wisdom. Doesn't matter who you are. Could be a high-level Sangha, could be a patriarch. If you regress, you stagnate, you have no wisdom whatsoever. Beware. Don't think so highly of yourself. Okay? The facts speak for themselves. Okay? You practice the way and you think you have wisdom, you will never regress, you will never stagnate. These are very powerful statements. If the mind does not dwell in Dharma, the way will penetrate and flow. And then he explains, okay, pay attention to this. Children, you see how happy they are, you see. What did they eat for lunch, by the way? I'd like to have some of that. The Koreans don't know what they're missing. Look at our children, how lively and how happy they are. Look at the Koreans over there and say, I'm so Korean. Okay, so this is so good no advisor like. Okay? In the worldly ways, they say, let me give you a tip. Buy the stock, put money on that horse, use that slot machine, and that poker table right there. Use that dealer, follow the dealer, blackjack, and so forth. Okay? So it's about tips on insights on how you can get ahead. Okay. Here, what he says, what he teaches, the Mahayana teaching is that I'm going to tell you about how to make progress. I want to tell you about why, what's stopping you from making progress. You see, different approaches, different animals. Worldly ways we're gaining money. We're gaining reputation, we're gaining fame, we're gaining love. Anyone? Huh? And so that's why we want to have tricks, we want to have tips. Whereas in the spiritual way, okay, we're learning what's stopping us, what kind of mistakes we're making that prohibits us from opening our wisdom, from succeeding, from uncovering our treasures. So that's why you have to be careful. You are so used to learning, seeking for tricks and tips on how to make gains. And so we are just too happy to tell you. Okay? Many monks and nuns are very happy to tell you. You want an edge? I will give you a little bit of tip here, okay, to impress you. But what is the problem with that? The problem with that is that you will dwell in dharmas. You keep on seeking for tips and tricks. That is to dwell in dharmas. Agree or disagree? If you heard a tip on a horse, is there a racing track around here? You don't do racetracks? Down south, we have Santa Anita racetracks. No? No one? And then we also have Las Vegas. We know how to live. You is all work, and make money. Huh? Yeah? Huh? You understand the difference here? If we sell things to you and we feed upon your greed, all we're doing is make your mind dwell in Dharma, dwell in your greed. Any problems? I don't want to get too personal. I can look at you and say, you dwell on this Dharma, you dwell on that Dharma, fiance Dharma, comfort Dharma. I don't know what that Dharma is. I don't have a name yet. Son Dharma, family Dharma, parents Dharma, grandchildren Dharma, daughter Dharma. You know, you dwelling in dharmas. No. I want you to know, I don't know, I now realize, all of a sudden I realize why I'm so tired after Saturday afternoon. Because I have to raise my voice. Not only am I have to struggle with the message, I also have to spend more energy. Yeah, it's funny to you, yeah. Yeah? Okay? So, beware. Beware. What I love about Master Shenhua's teachings is that it's very difficult to dwell on any dharmas, let alone to think that you're better than anyone else, because that would be to dwell in dharmas. That's not Master Shenhua's dharma at all. Okay? It's nothing to dwell on. Okay? That's how the way will penetrate and flow. In other words, what is to dwell in dharmas? We have a lot of Chinese-speaking people here today. Huh? Chufa. What does it mean? What does it mean? Help us out. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Macho.
Thank you, Master. Is it to get attached to those dharmas?
Attached to those dharmas.
Yeah.
Why is it dwelling? Why didn't he say attach to the dharma, but he said dwell in dharma, 住法. Why not 执法, 着法, but he says 住法. Pay attention. Why true? True is dwell. Yes, 5. You have to be Chinese. That's why I asked Chinese. Okay. Don't feel too bad. You have to be Chinese. Yes.
So it's kind of like you're traveling and you pass by a hotel and you stay there and you're not leaving and you just stay in that house. That's kind of like how I see it.
Stay in the house?
You stay and you live there. You're not. That's how you're limited by within that hotel or house.
You make up your mind. Is a house or hotel?
The same, a residence.
It's not the same. Hotels.
House.
The hotels. They
It's a
bring
house.
new towels every 3 days.
House.
House. Okay. Getting there. Anyone else? Why dwell?
Also very comfortable. Just a metaphor.
Yeah, shaker. Number 4.
Thank you, Master. And I agree with Chun. I think sometimes when we made a lot of progress with one Dharma, we feel very comfortable. We want to stay and keep on going with the same method. And initially it was helping us, but eventually will trap us. Kind of like I made progress when I endure pain when I sit in full lotus. But now I realize I sometimes seek for the pain. I would tie myself up. I would try to sit higher because I feel the pain is the one that's helping me. But I cannot let go of the pain also. Thank you, Master.
Very specific. Why dwell? Is that all you Chinese have to say? Okay, let's expand it to JMT, non-Chinese.
안녕하세요.
Why is there no Chinese in Korea? I don't get it.
머무른다는 것은 거기에서 안전함을 느꼈기 때문입니다. 안전함을 느꼈다는 것은 모든 위험으로부터 모든 위험을 떠나서 항상 안전하게 있고 싶어 하는 그 자신을 보호하고 싶은 욕망에서 비롯됩니다. 그것은 또 다른 모험을, 또 다른 어떤 것을 찾을 수 있는 기회를 놓친다는 것을 의미합니다. 그것이 바로 우리를 속박하고 구속합니다.
Sounds important.
To dwell means we feel comfortable, we feel safety.
Comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable. And
Safety.
Yes, safety.
Speaking from experience. Is that speaking from experience? Where are you staying now?
어디에 머무르고 있는지 잘 모르겠습니다.
I don't know where I'm staying right now.
She's lying. Don't you have an apartment next to the temple? That's where you stay? No? Such a big liar. I caught you lying again. Yes, Pei Yun. Five.
Yes. Hello, Master. I have one more guessing. Could it be encourage people to share Dharma outside your heart, like just like you share toy with your friends, so then you can share the big treasure?
Okay, but why stay?
So I think it means you should not let Dharma stay in your heart, right? So you should let it flow outside and share with other people.
What did you have for lunch?
Tempura, cake.
Well, okay. JC.
Hi, Master. This is Sarah. How are you?
Oh, Sarah. Is it our Sarah or the other Korean Sarah? Oh, it's our Sarah. Yeah, she made it. Look at that.
First of all, I'd like to thank for the hospitality from JCSC. They're very, really nice to me. So I think about here dwelling is basically someone live there, eat there, sleep there all the time. And then that became you and doesn't even realize that you're staying there because it's so comfortable. And you surround it, you made your home, whatever that you want to, you grab and you made your home and you stay.
Okay. Very good. Anyone else? Why dwell? Anyone Indian here? What happened to our Indian guy? Huh? What happened to the Indian? What? I'm not there, he doesn't show up anymore? I used to have a few Indian friends in college. And the Indian last names are impossible. Right? Anyone? Pay you. Isn't that right? And this is a cultural thing. The Indian last name is like, So when my Indian friends became naturalized, you know what they did? They chose a last name. What is the last name they chose, you think? The name of their town or their village. Okay, so they identify themselves with where they came from. That's their identity. Okay, I know it's a little bit far-fetched for you because you're not Indian, but the point is that dwell here, as you said, is about safety, about being familiar with where you can rest, okay, where you can call home and so forth. But also, the bottom line is that there's a sense of dependency. Dwell is that I live in Delhi City. I live in not Mountain View, Mountain View, but no Mountain View, that kind of thing. Okay, so you have this dependency that we cannot do without. Have you thought about it? You look at your own life, you see that we depend on certain things that we cannot do without. Agree or disagree? Okay? That is to dwell in dharmas, meaning that certain things you need, you absolutely need. Yes, GMT. That's what happens in life. You innocent like the children here, they play with toys, then throw it away as soon as they're done, it's okay. But imperceptibly, as we go through lives, we build more dependencies. We need more and more and more. So that's why when we cultivate, for us professionals, what do? We get rid of a bunch of things, including our families. Okay? So it's to undo those needs. Because as long as soon you have a need, you will no longer be able to penetrate and flow. You anchor down. You attached. That's all. And if your mind dwells in dharmas, if you have any type of need at all, then you are living in self-bondage. Why not bondage, but self-bondage? It's so precise. It's not bondage where, the Egyptian pharaohs would enslave a bunch of guys and then whip them every day to make them build, the pyramids for them. That's called bondage. Yes? But it's self-bondage. It's because you do it gladly. The bondage is that you do it grudgingly. Say, I don't like this. I must, but I don't like it. Self-bondage is that I love this. Deny all you want. And that's you. Yes or no? You gladly live in self-bondage. No? We men call it love. We love our family. We love our son. He's my life. And you think you have wisdom. You see that? Huh? We choose to live in bondage. I know it's kind of hard to talk about this, and I, skip town very soon and leave you in self-bondage. Yeah? Single?
So if we are depend on something unlimited, like unlimited Dharma or unlimited good known advisor, is that okay?
It is self-bondage.
But that's like...
That's why I don't tell the Koreans. As soon as they depend on Master Z, what did we do? We pull them back. And they're all grumbling. Say, I hate this, I hate it, I hate this. What am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? I say, I don't know.
But all due respect to Master Z, he's not unlimited. Someone like Amitabha Buddha, that's it's okay to depend on.
What's the difference?
If you depend on something unlimited, then you're not limited yourself.
It's still self-bondage. He didn't say unlimited or limited self-bondage. Why do you have to add limited and unlimited? It says some sort of self-bondage somewhere there.
Because you were explaining that the reason you don't want to do that is you're dependent on something that limits you.
So
if that dependency is
So
not limited.
if you have to choose between unlimited self-bondage to Amitabha versus limited bondage to, let's say, Master Z, like the Koreans do, which one do you choose?
Yeah, sure, like Amitabha.
Can you believe this person? Who would choose Amitabha over Master Z? Koreans, speak up. They still are grumbling. They say, I don't like this. I don't trust Master anymore. He sent me someone to get attached and he pulls them off. Huh? Who would be attached to Amitabha? Who would be attached to Master Z? Raise your hands. And it's required. Raise your hand. Who's attached to Master Z? See, no one. Traitors. See the Koreans, I love Master Z, I love Master Z. But look at that. When I ask them who's attached to him, no one. Koreans have no loyalty whatsoever. They're ungrateful. Good thing Master Z is on vacation, otherwise his heart would be broken. Who's attached to Amitabha Buddha? Come on, at least one person. See? One wins. Amitabha wins. 2. See? So Vietnamese. I will attach to Master Z. That's why I pull him back. Why? Your logic is different from mine. If you depend on Amitabha, it's unlimited, meaning you would depend on him forever. And that is perpetual self-bondage. Whereas I choose limited self-bondage. At least I have a chance But self-bondage is still self-bondage. It's no good. Whether it's limited or unlimited, it's still undesirable. Okay? And so this is what interesting is that when we look at ourselves, we choose self-bondage. No? Question or comment? Why you look so sad? JC.
예, 한국어 유튜브에 올라온 김화준 씨 질문입니다. This is question from Korean YouTube, 김화준. 연불할 때, 일할 때, 법문을 들을 때마다 원하지 않는 생각 때문에 힘듭니다. 제가 그걸 무시하고 연불을 계속하면 그것과 관해 업을 짓지 않을 수 있는지 궁금합니다. 그리고 화장실에서 부처님의 명호를 외우는 게 적절하지 못하다는 이야기를 들었는데 화장실에서도 생각이 올라오면 연불을 해도 되는지 궁금합니다. 아미타불. 여기까지입니다.
This question is from Songbo. When I do recite Buddha's name, when I work or when I listen to Dharma talk, sometimes a thought that I don't want arises in me and that bothers me. So if I ignore that thought and continuously recite Buddha's name, then I'm wondering whether I don't make any karma about that. And I heard that in the bathroom, reciting Buddha's name is not good in the bathroom. But when the thought arises in me in the bathroom, can I recite Buddha's name?
What kind of doubt? What do you doubt?
The person have sometimes that he does thought that he doesn't want have that thought, but the thought arises in him, so that bothers him.
Yes, I understand. Ask him. What does he doubt? Well, he's thinking about it. You see, final comment about the last sentence is that the mind that dwells in Dharma is self-bondage, is that it's important for you to remember. Okay, the implication here is that we choose self-bondage. It's so important to notice that. It's our choice. No one forces. We gladly choose self-bondage. When you think about it. Okay? That's enough. I know you don't want to, hear about it. 41. To advocate sitting unmoving is to be like Shariputra, who sat quietly in the forest but was scolded by Vimalakirti.
若言常坐不动事，只如舍利佛宴坐林中，却被维摩结合。
Okay, 42. Commentary. If you teach meditation and you're told to sit unmoving, to shoot for sitting unmoving, meaning you sit there like the Eji Sunim right there. You see how when I don't know you notice that Korean Sunim at the JMT, the only one who wears orange. Okay? See how she sits? The whole hour is unmoving. We're not sure if she's still alive or not. But that's Chan. Now she's moving. Sorry. Okay? So this is quite often is the fallacy of the Chan training. The Chan training, I remember my disciple told me when I first started, at the beginning of the year, I decided to do something different. So she says, Master, when we do close-up of you, when you meditate on Saturday morning, or during your meditation sits, it's clear to us you're moving. I said, shh, don't tell anyone. I only started moving in January, she noticed right away. The prior years, not a problem. All of a sudden, January, I started to adjust my spine. Okay, because I have scoliosis since I was 18. So my spine is kind of crooked, like this. So I started adjusting, straightening it. So the best time to do that, if you have scoliosis, is during meditation, by the way. So I started adjusting, adapting. You see, nowadays, my scoliosis is very slight. Unless you pay attention, you won't see it. Okay? But if you go back to the videotapes of, let's say, last year, 12 months ago, you see I sit like this. Now that I don't do it anymore, I can tell you about it. Okay, so I started adapting, adjusting. And finally, recently, I figured out how to do it. Now I brag a little bit, excuse me. Okay, so Chan meditation, quite many of us were taught to sit unmoving. Okay, and it's not to say that he's not saying you're not supposed to be sitting and moving about. He says to advocate sitting and moving is proper, is the right thing to do. Okay, it's wrong. That's all he's saying. He's not saying you shouldn't be moving at all. I mean, he didn't say you should be moving at all. He's just saying, if you teach meditation and all you do is say sit and moving, then you don't understand meditation. Like Shariputra. Shariputra he symbolizes he is number one in wisdom among the Arhat disciples of the Buddha. And the Arhat's Dharma, you notice, is to sit unmoving. Okay? When you practice the Hinayana meditation, whether it's mindfulness meditation or metta, loving kindness meditation, or any sort of Hinayana meditation, invariably, and this is not from the sixth Patriarch, not from me, okay? Don't take me wrong, please. Don't shoot at the messenger, okay? This is what the Patriarch, this is actually a cheap shot from the sixth Patriarch. Just a kiss up to the Hinayana. Yeah. He's a cheap shot. He says, this is exactly what Hinayana meditation is about. Sit unmoving. And that's how you meditate. Okay? And that's what Shariputra symbolizes. Shariputra is probably foremost in Hinayana meditation practitioners. And therefore he said quietly in forest, but was scolded with Vimalakirti. Vimalakirti is actually a Buddha coming to our world as Vimalakirti, who was a elder, who was even wealthier than the kings of the country. to the point where the kings have to come to him for advices. Okay, he had so much treasures that he says, you know what? I will only tell people I have this one diamond, one gem, which is slightly smaller than the king's gems. Okay, because the king has been number one. But actually, in my storage, I have a few more, much bigger than his. That's Vimalakirti. Okay, he's so wealthy, and so all over, everyone in the country and outside the country would come to Vimalakirti to ask him for advices. And he would give them advices. And in that sutra, we will be discussing in that sutra, the Vimalakirti Sutra. Okay, prepare that. It's kind of a fun sutra. It's very light duty, and I need a break. Okay? This is too heavy duty for me. Okay, so we'll be discussing it soon after the 6th Patriarch Sutra and something like that, and after that Lankavatara Sutra maybe. Okay, I want something light. Yeah, these takes too much out of me, and yelling and raising my voice on top of it. You age a lot faster. Anyway, so Vimalakirti is a Buddha in disguise. So he came as an elder, rich, very rich, lots of wisdom. There's nothing he cannot solve. And he would, in that sutra, the bodhisattvas and arhats came to pay him a visit, and he scolded all of them except for one. He scolded all the bodhisattvas. None was spared except for one bodhisattva who was Manjusri. I don't want to steal my own thunder, so later, okay? It's kind of a cool sutra. It's lighthearted, it's fun, okay? So he said, so you see, it's a criticism of the Hinayana meditation practice, which is symbolized by Shariputra. They sit still like this. And from a Mahayana perspective, that's a wrong way of teaching meditation. Okay? That's all. Any problems? So that's how people, they go, okay? And that's what we call meditation. Mahayana style. Okay, next, 43. Yes, JC.
아까 질문에 이어진 성봉 씨의 답변입니다. 의심이라고 하시니 잘 모르겠지만 저는 지옥에 떨어지는 것에 대한 두려움이 있습니다. 실제로 대부분의 원치 않는 생각이 부처님이나 스승님, 성인들을 모욕하는 생각, 성적인 생각, 그래서 부정적인 생각이 부처님이나 성인분들께 신뢰가 되지 않을까 걱정하고 있습니다. 이상입니다.
This is the reply from Songbong. I don't know about the doubt, but I have some fear that I might fall into the hell. Actually, most of my unwanted thought is about the insulting thought to the Buddha, Bodhisattva, and sages, and sexual thought and negative thought. So I'm wondering whether I make some offense to them.
What kind of thoughts about the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas?
Insulting them, insulting thought.
Insulting thoughts?
Yes.
Oh, yes, you're going to fall to the hells. So? It's not like you haven't been there yet. It's like going home for you. Okay, I don't want to be cruel. Okay, I am, but I don't want to appear cruel. Too late. Anyway, it's natural. Those doubts are natural. They eventually, those thoughts of doubts will naturally die down. Don't worry about them. Okay? Don't believe everything you read. I used to read too that if you slander the Buddha, you're going to fall to the hells. It's true. Okay? And I'm guilty of it. Not only the Buddhas, but can I tell you the truth? And don't judge me. You on this side in particular. When I started practicing for two hands and eyes, something really weird happened to me. I practiced all the hands until, you know what I mean? This one. You know which one this is, right? Yeah? Number? Shh. Okay? And for years, okay, don't hold it against me. For years, every time I got to this one, I started swearing at Wan Yin Bodhisattva. It's not anymore, okay? Beats me. It just happened. The thought arises. Probably my manic ghost. I said, it's you know, a nasty thought arises against Wan Yin Bodhisattva immediately, because when I do this, I contemplate Wan Yin Bodhisattva. Okay? So that gentleman, Korean man, and me will probably go to the same place eventually. It's natural. Eventually you outgrow it. Nothing to worry about. Yes, JMT. I know I'm destroying your image of me, you know, like our master has such wisdom and such a nice man. Yes.
그 42수안에서 색상이 나와요. 예를 들면 뭐 붉은색 연꽃, 흰색 연꽃 이렇게 관할 때 색상까지 관해야 되는지 질문드립니다.
In 42 hands and eyes, there is a color. For example, red lotus or white lotus. Do I have to contemplate the color also?
Yeah, it would help. Okay. I love those questions. And that requires only yes or no. Way Mountain.
Master, I also have a problem when I contemplate the hands lesson. When you told us back then to contemplate Master YongHua, but I contemplate you, and every time I contemplate that, there's some problem happened to me. I just trying to contemplate your image, but then it become black. Sometimes it becomes something very nasty, and I'm trying to fight against it, but I don't know how.
I apologize for having been so mean to you all these years. Does it help? Good no advisors. There are those who teach people to sit looking at the mind and contemplating stillness without moving or rising, thereby creating merit. Did we read this? Not yet? Go ahead.
善知识又有人教做，看心观境不动不起，从此至功。
Okay, so Master Huineng says there's some people, some teachers who advocate we should be sitting and looking at the mind, and what is contemplating stillness. What does it mean? Without moving or arising. What is the contemplate stillness? Guan Jing. What is that? Anyone? Yes. 6.
Is it just contemplating in stillness?
Contemplating in stillness. Yeah, you could say that. Anyone else? What is contemplating stillness? The purpose of contemplating stillness is, yes, JC.
Master, does that mean no thought? Trying to have no thought?
Contemplating stillness is to contemplate one thought or single-mindedness. Okay? Meaning that no movements of thoughts. So you start first by contemplating the one thought there and don't change it. That's all it does. All it means. And if you do that long enough, you will enter samadhi. So basically, single-mindedness. If you don't want to use the word stillness, another word you could use is single-mindedness. Have only one thought. If you do that long enough, you enter samadhi and it becomes no thought. Is it clear? Is that simple? Okay, the Chinese people use a lot of words. Okay, and it's not clearly explained to them. In a way, I can see the reason why they don't explain everything is because the Chinese are not as argumentative as the Spaniards. You know, Jesus, every time I talk to him about something, he always argues, I don't know. But the Asian culture, the Chinese and the Koreans, for example, they don't argue. They don't rebel against authority. Whereas here in U.S., if I don't explain it to you later, your American disciples, eventually the Western educated disciples start having doubts and questioning you. Okay, so that's why we, excuse me, try to demystify the Dharma to make sure everyone is on the same page. Okay, so you contemplate stillness as single-mindedness without moving or arising. Okay, thereby creating merits. Okay, if you can sit still, and you can sit still. When you sit still like this here, actually, it requires good concentration because you're resisting these thoughts that compel you to move. Like, and does it sound familiar? Huh? You know what I mean? You don't do this? When you meditate, you don't do this? Who still scratches her nose? See? Even Xian Liao still scratches her nose. Yeah. Okay? So that's why you can sit without moving, scratching your nose and so forth. It's pretty impressive. And that's why if you do that, you're creating a lot of merit, by the way. It's true. You sit still, you don't move at all, like Teiji Sunim. For an hour, she creates a lot of merit. So far, so good. 45. Confused men, not understanding, easily become attached and become upside down. These people then accordingly teach others. Therefore, you should know that it is a great error.
迷人不会变直沉颠，如此者众，如是相教，故知大错。
Okay, 46. Okay, 迷人. When you're confused, you cannot understand. Okay. So I would translate slightly different, because I want to emphasize that confused men cannot understand, don't understand, or can't understand. Okay, not understanding is too light. He says here in Chinese, 迷人, confused men cannot understand, don't understand. Not understanding here is lightening it, making it lighter, not as big of a deal. Actually, here in Chinese it says 迷人不会, that cannot understand. Okay, like when you say in Chinese, thank you, you say 不会. You know what I mean? It has the same connotation. Yeah, true or not? Am I pushing the envelope too much? Chinese people? 不会. Huh? Sorry? Taiwanese? Oh, sorry, forget it. Hey, Taiwanese person. Okay, so and that's why I picked it up from in Taiwan, as a matter of fact. Yes, Chinese don't talk to me like that. Okay, so confused men don't understand. Okay, easily become attached and become upside down. So, confused men don't understand, therefore become attached to, okay, and become upside down. Okay, it's slight variation. It's a slight semantics, change in semantics, but it's the emphasis here. Okay, it's like ah. It's emphatic. It hurts. Have some feelings. Feels better? Oh, no, it doesn't. You know, it might last for years. Now he finds it funny. I have been trying to teach you that, young man. You see how in the midst of pain, I can make you laugh? How? Because your mind find it funny. Yes? Are you listening, huh? Similarly, your mind find your leg pain unbearable. Same concept, just different word, that's all. The same process. I think it's funny, I think it's so unbearably painful. Same thing, one thought, that's all. And the advantage is that my joke only lasted for 5 seconds. Your pain lasts for hours. That's what is called? What will we call it? Contemplating stillness. not funny to him. Contemplating stillness is single-mindedness. He's been practicing single-mindedness and you're laughing at him. He's actually, I am single-minded. I am in pain. I am in pain. That's single-minded. Got it? So, he says, I don't care. I don't care. Whatever you want to call it, I don't like it. Okay. So confused men don't understand, therefore become attached and become upside down. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, thank you for coming. Yeah. Okay. Daniel, goodbye. Goodbye. You stay around? Yeah? No, don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Okay? So these people then accordingly teach others. This is what is a common problem for us in meditation training. The meditation teachers only understand half of the lesson, were taught half of the lesson. And when they're able to sit contemplating stillness, become single-minded, they think it's an achievement. Yes, it is. And they think it's desirable. Yes, it is. But not that desirable. Okay, it's a good small achievement, but it's not a big deal. Okay, and these people teach what they know, and it's a big error. It's a great error. Don't do that. In other words, to be able to sit still and not moving is not a big deal in meditation. Not at all. Okay? And unfortunately, many monks and nuns become attached to it, especially Hinayana persuasion, become attached to it. And it is a mistake to teach prematurely. These people don't have wisdom yet. They have a small attainment to be able to sit still. It's an achievement, but it's not a big deal in the world of Chan, in the world of meditation. That's all he's saying. 47. The master instructed the assembly, good knowing advisors, the proper teaching is basically neither sudden or gradual. It's people's natures themselves that are sharp or dull.
师事众云，善知识本来正教无有顿见，人性自有立顿。
Okay, so the six patriarchs taught the assembly, meaning all of us, of all the levels, low to high. He says, the proper teaching, the Buddhist teaching, is fundamentally there's neither sudden or gradual. There's no such a thing in Buddhism, whether it's called sudden or gradual teaching. What is different is one teaching in Buddhism, but it's the people's nature that are sharp and dull. 49. When a confused person practices gradual cultivation and a person who achieves sudden enlightenment, each recognizes the original mind and sees the original nature, they are no different.
迷人渐修，悟人顿弃，自是本心，自见本性，即无差别。
Okay. 50. Commentary. When you are confused, then it's important for us to show you gradual cultivation. When you are sharp, when you're smart, then you can be taught the sudden teaching. Okay? At the moment of enlightenment, everyone, whether you're dull or sharp, rooted, recognize the original mind and sees the original nature. At the moment of enlightenment, you see your true mind. Original mind is your true mind. The original mind refers to the mind before all the defilements occurred, before became tainted by all the defilements and became your thinking mind. Is that clear? Your thinking mind is defiled. Okay? When you practice Chan meditation, okay, the training will bring you to the point where someday you will see your original mind again. You can see it. Now to see, that's what it says, recognize the original mind. How do you recognize it? When you see it, you will recognize it. No, I'm not talking in circles. That's the way it is. When you see your original mind, at that moment you will recognize it. That's all. That's all there is to it. And when you recognize your original mind, you will then see your original nature, your fundamental nature, your Buddha nature. Okay? At that moment, you see it and you recognize it. Okay? So, it doesn't matter at that point whether you're a woman, you're a man, you're a child, or you're an adult. It makes no difference. When you're that person, that individual sees the original mind and recognize the original mind and see the original nature, he sees shu here, to recognize, and then to see. So there are two different things. To recognize your original mind is because you have it. And you haven't seen it for a long time. That's why when you see it again, it's like Rebecca from 11th grade at Arcadia High. Yes? You recognize that person. Yes? Yes, that person has aged now, and skin is wrinkled and gray hair and so forth. But you still recognize them. Yes? Because it looks familiar. It's because you've seen it before. That's why it says recognize. You can recognize your original mind. But you don't believe me. You're saying, really? I have an original mind? Yes. You're that special. You don't believe me. Okay? You can when you see it, you will recognize your original mind because it's yours. You lost track of it, that's all. You can recognize it again. And all this process, okay, is for you to bring you to the point where you take a look and say, oh, that's my original mind. Hallelujah. All right? And sees the original nature. And then you will see your Buddha nature. Who you really are. How special you are. Yeah. I know it sounds like a commercial, but it's true. Yes, JC.
Master, we all have original true Buddha nature. Then why some people have dull nature and some people have sharp nature?
Because Buddha nature is different. Isn't it obvious? Good question. Why, if you have the same thing, same Buddha nature, why are some people sharp? Why are some people dull with it? Could I paraphrase it? Is it okay? If we have the same Buddha nature, why are some nuns so short? No? Same question. Same issue. Some nuns are short because too much kimchi. See that? Conditions. There are some people dull-rooted or quick-witted. It's because of their conditions. The retribution. When you take on this body here, we came to our world and earn our bodies there. It's in order. It's the result of our karmic retributions. That's all. That's why we take on this body here in order to undergo our retribution. So our retributions call for us to be short, we're going to be short. They call for us to be smart, you're going to be smart. That's all. All right? When you reach enlightenment, we all the same. Okay, go back to all the same being, the same Buddha nature, the same original mind. That's all. We're no longer different. Okay? 51. Therefore, the so-called sudden and gradual are all but false names.
所以立顿见之假名。
So he says, yes, the Chan instructors like to tell you, and don't believe them, that, there's a gradual teaching, and there's sudden teaching. There's Hinayana, Mahayana, and Mahayana, Mahayana. Don't believe them. It's all nonsense. Any problems? So, Master Huineng is destroyed by American Mahayana. We call ourselves Mahayana, Mahayana. He basically says it's false. It's a false name. It's a weak smile. Smiling without conviction. Okay? It's a false names, meaning that it's just 假名. He says just don't be attached to the names. It's not false name. It's just to borrow a name. The 假 here is not necessarily false. We could explain it false as well. But in my defense, just borrow a name. And we pay it back. Promise, with interest. 8% nowadays from bank. All right, next. 53, good no advisors, this Dhamma door of mine, from the past onwards, was first established with no thought as its doctrine, no mark as its substance, and no dwelling as its basis.
善知识，我此法门从上以来，先立无念为宗，无相为体，无住为本。
Okay, important concepts now. Don't think he's just BSing. He says, he uses simple words, but he says, what I'm teaching you, Dharma door of mind, okay, originates from the past. What is the past? Meaning that that's the way that Shakbina Buddha taught his disciples. All Buddhas teach their disciples this way. Okay? Not just me. Okay? What did they teach? First, we establish no thought as a doctrine, no mark as substance, and no dwelling as the basis. Okay? So 3 concepts. No thought, no mark, no dwelling. Okay, he'll elaborate. 55. No mark means to be apart from marks while in the midst of marks. No thought means to be without thought while in the midst of thought. No dwelling is the basic nature of human beings.
无相者，于相而离相；无念者，于念而无念；无住者，人之本性。
Very important section here. Are we paying attention? Okay. He elaborates. What is no mark? No mark means that you are apart from marks while in the midst of mark. What does it mean? You're in the midst of people, and yet you're apart from people. People is a mark, isn't it? Agree, disagree? Huh? People, it's just a mark. Yes? Give me another example of mark. Let's go to examples instead of trying to understand too much. It's not always possible. Give me an example of mark that you're in the middle of. What mark are you in the middle of? Can't think of anything? Yes, sir, in the back. 1.
Master, would it be, for example, feeling tired but not being affected by being tired?
The mark of being tired, okay? And yet you're apart from being tired. What does it mean?
I'm not, but I'm just guessing.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking an explanation. Huh? When you're tired and yet you're apart from the mark of being tired, what does it mean to be apart from the mark of being tired?
Are you asking me, Master?
Yeah, I'm looking at you too.
Sorry. Means that you're not affected by it?
You're not affected by it. Okay. Okay. Another example. Yeah, how can you not be affected by it when you're tired? Let me figure it out. You're tired and yet no, you're not affected by being tired. So I can see, for example, you're tired and you're not affected, meaning, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. Is that it? Is that what it means?
Maybe another example. For example, Master.
You don't like being tired? No, I like the Thai example. Don't be such a chicken. Explain.
Well, I can't. And when, for example, sitting here, I'm tired and, you know, I want to go to sleep, so I can't, I'm affected by it.
You're affected by it.
Yes.
Now you're not apart from Marx.
No.
So in your imagination, what it would take to be apart from the mark of being tired?
I don't know.
Help him out. I mean, it's a good example. It's real. That's not talk about someone else. I talk about you. About him, I mean. What can you do to be apart from Marx, do you think? He's tired. How can he be apart from the mark of being tired? Answer from JC.
So when he realized that he's tired, it's a thought. So when the thought arises, just ignore it and just keep doing whatever he needs to do.
Ignore it? Ignore meaning what? I'm not tired? What do you mean ignore it?
The thought of being tired.
Yeah. How do you ignore it? You get up and hop around with the boys, playing with the toys?
Just endure. When those thoughts arise, you try to throw those thoughts away, but just endure and just keep.
Is
doing
enduring be apart from Marx? We're beating this to death.
I think that's the beginning of how to be. I'm not sure, Master, 100%, but at least if I could imagine, I think that's how you started.
You start to be apart from Marx. I want to be apart from Marx. I don't just want to start being apart from Marx. Anyone else? How can you be apart from Marx? Yes, one.
Thank you, Master. So would it be like not identifying it you with being tired, like seeing it as something external to you?
Like what?
Like seeing being tired as something that is external to you. Like for example, with the leg pains. Sorry.
No, don't talk about leg pains. It's a very personal subject. It's a sore point right now for someone. Okay, let's stick with being tired.
Okay, so yeah, like you see, like you feel you are tired, but you don't identify with being tired, and like you see it as something that is external to you.
There's something that's not what?
That is external to you. Like
External to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, excuse me. I'm learning various languages. I'm such a racist, I know. Okay, so tired is external to you. So there's a distance inside and outside to you as being apart. Yes? Anyone else? Agree, disagree? The Chinese talk this. They use this word a lot, li, being apart of that. And it turns out none of the Chinese really understand yet. Answer from JC. All of a sudden the Koreans are so active. I'm pleased.
잘은 모르지만 자아를 비움으로써 상에서 떠날 수 있다고 배웠던 것 같습니다.
Doesn't sound like she's sure of her answer.
I'm not quite sure, but
See, I knew it. He said, I think it's this way.
But I think I learned that by empty ego, I think we can apart from the mark.
By what?
Empty ego.
Empty able? What's
Ego.
empty able?
By empty ego.
Okay, empty ego. Okay, empty ego. No wonder she's not sure. So empty ego is to be apart from Mark. I have to think about that. Okay, Wei Mountain. No, JMT first.
피곤하다는 게 단지 피곤함이라는 건 단지 생각일 뿐이라고 인식하고 아무것도 하지 않습니다.
This is a new Jumi. I think her husband likes it.
The tiredness is just thought. We recognize it and we don't do anything.
Okay, WMT.
Master, so when we're tired, we resist the temptation of tiredness, and we just go for whatever we're trying to do. For example, listen to Master lecture. We fight against the temptation of falling asleep, and that, I think, is apart from Mark.
Very good. You understand. To be apart from marks is to ignore it. That's all. You don't have to act upon any thoughts that crosses your mind. That's to be apart from it. Whether it crosses by, it's just like the kids are playing. They just make noises. They're just kids. You're not affected by the marks of the kids playing. That's why you don't do anything. If you do anything, it shows you're attached. See, we are not attached. We're superior parents. Superior cultivators. We're not attached. You want to make noise? Make noise. I will raise my voice. That's all. I raise my voice not because I'm unhappy, but because I must. Conditions force me to raise my voice. You believe me? Make sense? You're a court. You're a court of conditions. You don't think about it. You say, it's noisy here, I better raise my voice. You just do it on the fly, without thinking. So all your answers are pretty good. Yes, JMT. Nail, put the nail on the coffin.
피곤함을 받아들이고 일단 인정합니다.
Let's say you're passing by, you see the kids playing, that's easy to ignore. But when someone is in front of you and start to yelling at you, that's much difficult to ignore.
Okay, so he says, what if someone yells at you? Yes? Is that what the question is? Yes? Okay. Okay, let's talk about someone yells at you. You being yelled at, so in the midst of mark. What is the state of to be apart from the mark when someone is yelling at you? Good point, good question. See, unless you ask questions, you will not understand what it really means. Someone yells at you. What does it mean? In that situation, what happens when you're apart from marks, when someone yells at you? What? Yes, one.
That you don't, like you realize that they are yelling at you, but you don't search for a meaning on that. You don't discriminate that.
You don't discriminate?
Like,
are you hard in hearing or what?
Like you don't discriminate that they are yelling at you, so you don't think this is bad or this is good. You just don't think about it.
Okay, that's the idea. Uh-huh. Anyone else? Someone yells at you. Oh, there must be personal experience. Two.
Yes, I guess. So my way of dealing with it is not keep thinking about it, just let it go. So the mark only happen at the moment I get yelled, but I won't let it keep going, like won't make it long-lasting thing if I stop thinking about it.
Stop thinking about it. Yes, two.
I think I will don't react to their angry, but I will review what I did.
To review what you did.
Yeah.
How is it to be apart from Marx? Aren't you in the midst of Marx? They say, he yelled at me. Why? Let me see. Is that to be apart from Marx? Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Is that what you call being apart from Marx? I'm thinking, just a minute, let me try to be apart from you, Marx. Stop yelling at me. That's what you do. Don't do that. How are you apart from Marx when someone yells at you? Guess 4. Oh, now and the girls they all have answers. 4 girls.
Keep quiet and let that person calm down.
So every time your dad yells at you, you keep quiet.
Yes.
You never talk back at him.
Rare. I do, but...
So sometimes you attach to Marx by talking back.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. Most of the time, you're apart from Marx. You don't talk back.
No.
So is that with Marx or without Marx? You don't talk back at your dad when he yells at you. Hey, wake up. You're lucky I'm leaving town. I want to leave a nice image. So she's saying if someone yells at me, I don't yell back. That means I'm apart from Marx. Yes, 5. See, you women have so many experiences. What is it? What is it about women that they get yelled at all the time? Yeah, go ahead.
So I think it really depends upon you. You don't say anything back. Sometimes it means you have no marks, but it also sometimes you still have marks too. You just try to oppress your emotion and your opinion and avoid the situation.
So you don't express your emotions, you avoid the situation. Is that without Marx?
I think that's with Mark.
Which one? Make up your mind. Is that with Mark or without Mark?
Wait.
You cannot have both ways. You're telling me, I'm asking you for no marks, and you say I do something, and that's without marks.
Which one you ask?
I asked you first. Don't ask me back.
But which one you asked though?
Down boy, down boy. Okay, let's go to the men. When we yell at them, is that with mark or without marks? I turn the problem around just for the heck of it. When we yell women, in the midst of yelling women, how can we be apart from marks? This is our secret now. You like? You see, teaching is different depending on how can we yell at our women without any marks. You like that, huh? God, you guys are devious. The women are, oh, why do you yell at me? Why do you yell at me? I'm not talking to you anymore. Over here, but I have no marks. You misunderstand me. How can we yell and have no marks? Oh, do we? It's the first time today. Yes, 4.
Thank you, Master. We yell and have no mark if we're not afflicted when we're yelling.
You're not affected by...
Afflicted.
Affected by our yelling. Afflicted by our yelling. Seriously? Can you yell someone and not be afflicted?
I'm not that level yet, Master.
But you're speaking from ignorance. You don't even know what you're talking about. Okay? Anyone, how can you yell at someone and have no marks? That's very important to know for you men. This is so important. Because when you yell at someone with no marks, okay, you're a pure angel. Yes, JC.
Master, is that state explains someone who's above fourth stage arhat?
No, JMT. See, the women are intrigued. They say, I want to learn how to do it too. I yell at my husband and I have no marks. Jumi, of course.
소리 지르는데 내면에 분노가 없습니다.
I'm yelling, but there's no anger inside me.
No anger inside of me. No. Okay. Now it's all of a sudden you're interested in knowing how to yell at someone without the marks. Yeah? JMT. That's it? No more? Yeah, sleepyhead. Everyone's awake except for one. Everyone wants to know if I yell, how do I be awake apart from Mark? And the other side says, how do I yell and be apart from Mark? The other, yes, 6.
You don't see there's someone who's yelling and someone who is being yelled at.
But don't you have to mark someone who's seeing? Yes, 1.
If you yell the other person for helping them, and not thinking about yourself, but thinking about the other person.
You think of the other person? That's why you yell at the person. Who else you think of?
Yeah, but
you yell at her and say, I'm thinking of my girlfriend. I'm yelling at you.
Yeah, but for helping them...
So I have no mark of yelling. I'm actually yelling at my girlfriend. Which country are you from again?
Spain.
Yeah. Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done? JC. It's a tough one. I don't have the answer, that's why I'm buying time. I don't know what it means either. Yes, JC. How can I yell someone and yet have no mark?
I don't know how to do that, but I try to empty myself whenever I get yelled at, so that the sound does not get me, and it's just the vibration of the air. So I did not interpret.
She says, it's not me, it's the air vibration. So I'm apart from marks. How clever. You guys are too much.
So I just
Now I said, blame it on the air. Don't blame me. I'm innocent. It's the air. It yells at you.
so I just try
N'importe
to,
quoi. French for nonsense. Yes, too.
A Di Đà Phật, con xin nói thực tế bản thân của con là khi thí dụ như con bị chồng con la hét thì dĩ nhiên là lúc đó mình bị sốc rồi chứ không có thể nào vô niệm được hết. Nhưng mà liền lập tức lúc đó mình hiểu là tại sao ổng la mình vô lý mà ổng quạo quọ vô lý như vậy. Thì mình hiểu là tại vì quá mệt, quá stress. Thì mình hiểu như vậy rồi mình mới buông ra một cách rất là dễ dàng.
Time is up. Translation quickly. And good thing I'm skipping town. Time is up, sorry.
Emitofuo, Master, I'm just talking about my personal experience is that when I was being yelled at that moment, of course, I'm very shocked. So at that moment, I cannot be maintaining the no thought. But however, I don't know why, but I think that he yelled at me some kind of nonsense. Maybe it is because that he is very tired and he is very stressful. Therefore, if I know about that, then I can drop the thought very easy.
The concept here is you yell at someone. Okay, I'm talking to the men. Okay, bear with me a moment. The men here outside, we yell at our wives. We yell at our girlfriend. And yet, we want to learn how to be from a mark of yelling at them. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah? Okay, how do we do that? If we don't yell at all, does it mean we have no mark? Just bear with us. We need to discuss between men. Huh? What do you think? If no mark, does it mean we don't yell at them? Have you thought about it? How can you yell and have no mark at yelling? Does it mean you don't yell? What does it mean to yell and yet not yelling? Right? To yell and yet have no mark at yelling, meaning I yell, but actually I'm not yelling. Agree or disagree? You like? You like, huh? You like? I'm yelling at you, but actually I'm not yelling at you. You misunderstood. That's how it's not my fault. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, now we have peace in the world. How do we do that? Option one, don't yell. We only yell silently. Is it okay to yell silently? Men, be careful. This is important for us. This is for the future of mankind. Huh? What if we say, is that what marks, Daniel? What mark is that? Yelling silently. It's a mark of yelling silently. Yes? Just because you don't yell vocally, you still have yelling with your mind. Agree. It still has a mark. So how do you yell either silently or verbally and you have no mark? How do you do that? I want to make sure I cover all the bases for them before I leave. Okay? This is important. How do you yell without having a mark of yelling? How do you yell? You're in the midst of yelling and yet you are really not yelling. Yes, too.
How about if I yell without my ego attached? For example, use an example, if my friend and I are in a car driving in a highway and my friend is falling asleep. So I called out, watch out! It's yelling, but without any ego attached to save my friend and myself from like a disaster, like a crash. Does that count?
That's not making it too difficult, complicated. I'm talking with yelling at your wife. That's all. Let's keep it very simple for now. Okay, we could fix that problem. I fix your car problem. How will we yell at our wife and yet be a part of yelling, the mark of yelling at our wives? How do we argue with my wife and yet be a part from arguing with our wives? Yes? Yeah? How do you do that? Is it possible? Think about it. Let me ask the women now. If someone yells at you, and he says, I'm yelling at you, but I'm apart from the mark of yelling at you. Do you believe? No, right? No. So how do we do it? See the difficulty? How do we yell at them and yet convince them we're not yelling at them? Is it possible? Who said no? He's no, we forgive him. You too. Oh, no, complicate. I'm running out of time. I have to leave town. Is that the answer or question?
There's some more YouTube answers.
YouTube answer. Okay, go quickly.
Alta D says, you are tired, but you're not attached to it. And Master, this one is a question. But so Din Tai says, full lotus can help to train a person to be apart from mark. And Din Tai also says, I recall Master lectured on being engaged but not separate. And then Alta D is a question. He says, Master, this is similar to what I asked you last time. How can I have money but not be attached to it? Emitofuo.
If you yell at someone and have no mark at yelling, what is it referring to? The yeller, not the yellee. For them, they're being yelled at. It's not our problem, okay? We're all worried about us, okay? It's the women's problem. We're talking about men's problem, okay? Are we clear on that? I don't want you to be confused. I want to make sure that we ignore them. Okay, they yelled at. It's their problem. How do we yell at them and have no mark of yelling at them? Mark here, this is a very important concept. In Buddhism, when you say mark, okay, that means an attachment.
attachment to appearances, attachment to things that can be observed. Sound, taste, smell, yes? Touch, right? Attachment to the sensory organs, that's a mark. The six sense organs, that's a mark. Okay? Anything that registered through our sense organs is called a mark. Is that clear? That's a concept of mark. Mark simply says, I see a shape, that's a mark. I hear a sound, that's a mark. I smell, that's a mark, a fragrance. Yes? That's all it means, a mark. So, if we have the mark of yelling, meaning, hey! Got your attention, right? We have the mark of yelling, and yet we're apart from the mark of yelling. How is it possible? This is a very important concept. I'm just amazed and why the Chinese have never asked about this. Being apart from Li Xiang and Yu Xiang or Li Xiang, and the Chinese, how do you do that? Okay, so we yell at someone, and at the same time we're apart from the mark of yelling at someone. What does it mean? Is it possible to yell at someone and be apart from marks? Hey! That's a mark. Yes? How are you apart from the mark? You just yelled. And then what? How can you be apart from marks? See, it says, Yu Xiang. Yu Xiang means, Chinese means, it's okay, it's a man thing. Okay, I'm sorry, no offense. Okay, Yu Xiang, it says, Yu Xiang is, hey! That's yelling, yes? That's Yu Xiang. Li Xiang. The Chinese is very precise. You yell, and yet you're apart from yelling. Meaning what? You yell, and this is so precise. I don't know why the Buddhists never ask this. If they don't ask this, you want to answer, or shall I mail it to you? Quickly, here. Li Xiang is, as soon as you yell, you drop it. You done! I really like it. So how are you being yelled at and yet be apart from being yelled at? And drop it immediately. This woman here says, oh, I know why he yells at me. Does it mean dropping? No, you dwell on being yelled at and you need to understand why. But as soon as someone yells at you, okay, nothing happened. Who's in charge now? Whoever, if the person attached to yelling, he's in trouble. You attached to being yelled at, you're in trouble. You like? That's a suggestion for a new Google app. Isn't that cool? That's called life, to live fully. Meaning you're not afraid to be yelled at, you're not afraid to yell. Isn't that cool? You, women prefer to be saying, says, I am perfect. No one ever yells at me. That's what you want. You all are very proud that I say, I'm a perfect woman. No one ever would find a reason to yell at me. And that is to attach the marks and not being yelled at. You're not perfect, honey. And beautiful? You like? You like? That's freedom. You see that? You want to yell at me? Yell. I'm not going to ask you not to. I'm not going to ask you have to talk to me nicely. Anyone, WMT. I heard from someone WMT, don't yell at me. You have to talk nicely to me. Then I can listen to you. You can't teach me by yelling at me. Who's yelling at you? I didn't yell at anyone. That's my answer, but I didn't dare tell her. You got it now? That's the answer. She comes out, just be nice, be nice. I don't react very well to being yelled at. I said, who yelled at you? When? She said, not me. Isn't that cool? That's freedom. The full range of emotion. You yell at and you, I didn't, did I? Really? And the woman said, you upset at me? Really? Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. And guess what? No, I'm not. Isn't that beautiful? You apologize, immediately you're free from your apology. You apologize, but you're free from the mark of apologizing. You are so devious. How about that? I don't want to teach women too much. They become dangerous, uncontrollable. Isn't that cool? You have the full range. You're not afraid of anything. You're not afraid to yell. You're not afraid to be yelled at. Your wife yells at you, sir? Huh? Did you just yell at me? It says no. Oh, that's what I thought. I want you to know, as I'm leaving you today, I must admit to you, I have a sense of accomplishment. That I know that you live on happily without me. Huh? You free, aren't you? So am I. Of you. Isn't Mahayana wonderful? Huh? Don't you like it? I love it. I love my own explanations. Huh? Okay, Vanessa said, what did he say? What did he say? You have to listen to this again. It took me half an hour to get to this point. Because unless you really delve into it, it's only words. You have to live it. It's, what did I do? What did I do to you? Why did you yell at me? I said, I didn't yell at you. Okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you.